في البراندنج انه الاسم يبتدي بحرف متحرك، انتوا حرفين متحركين، الاي والاي.
عشان دي ايجيبشن انترنت. Hello everybody. Hi, welcome to our second session of EPICO's Continuous Professional Development Program for Pharmacists. This is me, Dr. Reem Hamdi, the International Marketing Manager, and Dr. Rafat, the Professor of Management and Marketing. Welcome, Dr. Rafat, on board.
Thank you very much, Reem.
Thank you, everybody. We would like to thank everyone who attended the last session, and welcome to the new viewers. Thank you for the compliments and the comments. That was of high value for us. Please follow our session now on Zoom and on our YouTube channel and Facebook page. For your comments, leave your comments on the Zoom chat. If you missed the last session, please see the last session documented on our YouTube channel, and you please ask for your certificates through filling in the link below in the chat of the Zoom. Welcome, Dr. Rafat, on board.
Welcome, Reem.
We will start our session today about financing the pharmacy.
And operation.
Yes, we have discussed the last session how to market for your pharmacy in order to increase your pharmacy we will discuss is the financial part and the operational part of the pharmacy. Please follow us, and we will start now with the presentation. Please go on. Dr. Rafat, can we ask the pharmacist what is the real purpose of their business? What they will tell us at first?
Firstly, it's profit.
Yes.
The real purpose of any business is profitability. And if you remember the quote of Peter Drucker,
Yes.
last session, he mentioned that survival is 4 things:
Yes.
innovation, growth, profitability, and finally customer satisfaction.
Yes.
So profitability is one of the pillars for survival.
Okay, is a profit is a result or goal, or is it the main purpose? We say the last sessions that we are working in a service-oriented business, which is the retailing pharmacy. So we have to give value for customer. Customers is the real value for them is how they perceive this service and all the aspects related to it. If we go to the presentation, we will find that the profit is the result, is not the goal for the aim for the business itself. The goal is to create and engage and keep customers through giving them value. So can we define value? What is value, Dr. Rafat? What do you think?
Customer value actually has a very nice definition created by Kotler, the godfather of marketing. Customer value, it's an equation that
Yes.
is equal to benefits divided by cost. Customer value is benefits divided by cost. And Philip Kotler has a very nice explanation for the different options to maximize customer value. We have 5 options. First option is to maximize benefits.
Yes.
The second option is to reduce cost. The third option is to do both, increase benefit and reduce cost. The fourth one is to reduce both of them, but to reduce cost greater than reduction of benefits. Finally, to increase both of them, benefits and cost, but to increase benefits more than cost. The best option for customers is the third one, to maximize benefit and to reduce cost. In order to achieve this, you have to apply the concept of mass production. Mass production will help you to maximize benefit and reduce cost at the same time.
Yes, we will go through our presentation and we will find what are the ways to keep our business at least cost with high value for customers. The key areas for business is always the finance part, the marketing part, and the operational part. The last session we have discussed the marketing part, and we will go through today the financial part and the operational part.
Reem, here I want to mention something related to the last slide. When we teach business to even corporate persons, we told them that in order to be a successful CEO or managing director for a private organization, you have to know the 3 items: the finance, the operation, and the marketing.
Yes. Let's start with the pharmacy finance. What are the key elements that the pharmacist should not miss through studying the financial statement or the finance of the pharmacy?
We have a lot of financial documents. We have profit and loss, we have balance sheet, we have cash flow statement.
Yes.
These are the most important 3 financial documents. But at least if you are not able to understand all of them, at least you have to know profit and loss.
Yes.
Profit and loss has an old name. It's called income statement.
Yes.
Nowadays it's called P&L. P&L, profit and loss. You have to know how to read and interpret the P&L because you have to know the cost, the revenue, the profitability. The first item in the P&L is the revenue.
Yes.
Then we will deduct what is known as COGS. COGS, it means cost of goods sold. Then we will reduce other expenses. Finally, we'll go through the profit, net profit. And then after reaching the net profit, we have what is known as dividends.
Yes.
Dividends, it means the shares for the shareholder.
Yes.
Finally, we have what is known as retained earning. Retained earning. in order to inject it
Yes,
in
to invest
the
more.
balance sheet in what is known as the owner's equity.
Yes.
So this is simply what is profit and loss.
Yes, for a simple pharmacist or a retail pharmacy, we have to know certain parts, including the revenue, the cost of goods sold, and simplified items to allow your pharmacy makes the maximum revenue and sales. If we go to the second part, we have said that the pharmacist is an entrepreneur, okay? Yes, he injects money and time in the investment of the pharmacies, and he should know when he will earn or gain this investment, when the sales of his products and service will cover his total expenses or his total cost. This is what is known as the break-even point. For each pharmacist should know when he will break down or will he break through and get revenue from these sales through the break-even point.
But we have to clarify for
yes.
Our pharmacists, to our attendees today, because not all the attendees are aware with the financial documents.
Yes.
Break-even point, it means the point at which the cost is equal to the revenue. It
yes.
means zero profit point. What Reem is talking about right now is you have to know when you will reach this point, because we see a lot of cases. Some entrepreneurs, usually they have a wrong calculation for the break-even point. So they are adjusted the capital
yes.
for 3 months, which is the date, the assumed date of the break-even point.
Yes.
What happens if the break-even is not reachable at the 3 months? So you have two options, either to close your business
yes.
or to search for an investor. Maybe you are not able to find an investor. So the ultimate destination will be loss. So you have to know how to calculate the break-even point. And if you are not able to do that, you have to search for a business consultant.
Yes, this is true. Some people get demotivated and they close their business while they were not studying well when it will break even, or they get the point after which they will get the revenue or the sales, the gross for their investment. So please ask a consultant if you don't know. There are many programs that can help you in defining and in identifying your break-even point. Please search for this. It's a very crucial part. So you can put your plan and you can notice where you will make the sales.
And if you do not have the money that can sponsor you until you reach this point, so you have to wait. Don't start a business.
Yes.
Because actually if you did start a business, you will lose.
Yes. Many people don't know the difference between revenue and profit. Okay. They get lost in identifying what is revenue and what is profit. For simple financial terms, what is revenue and profit for a pharmacist?
Okay. We have two equations related to the revenue. Revenue, it's equal to profit plus cost.
Yes.
So profit is equal to revenue minus cost.
Yes.
We have another equation for the revenue. Revenue, it's an equation of
total units sold
multiplied by
price.
Unit price.
Yes.
So we have to know that revenue is not equal to profit.
Yes.
Revenue is profit plus cost.
Yes, if I want to know my net profit, so I have to deduct my expenses and cost versus the revenue or the number of units sold multiplied by the price of each unit.
Yes, we have to mention also, Reem, that we have two types of cost. We have fixed cost and we have variable cost.
Yes.
Fixed cost that is related, that is not related to production.
Yes.
And the most important two types of fixed costs are the rent and the salaries of employees.
Yes.
The variable cost is the cost that is related to the production units.
Yes.
And one of the most important types of variable cost is the raw material.
Yes.
The cost of the raw material.
This is true, Dr. Rafat. This is the revenue, the profit. As we have said, the profit equals the revenue minus the cost. How to increase the pharmacy profit? At the end
the
of
same equation. You have to increase the revenue and decrease cost.
Yes.
We have a lot of strategies for maximizing the revenue, and we have a lot of strategies for reduction of the cost. Yes. This is the two pillars for maximizing your profitability.
Yes, you have to increase your sales, so you increase your revenue. You have to reduce the operation cost. You have to reduce the usage of some raw materials to reduce.
I think we will today move forward like controlling your inventory.
Yes.
This is one way to reduce cost.
Yes, this is a main pillar in reducing the cost in the pharmacy. There are many strategies for profit maximization. Can we discuss some of them, Dr. Rafat?
Yes, we have cost reduction, new products and services, new customers, use of technology. Firstly, cost reduction can be achieved through many strategies. One of the main strategies for cost reduction is economy of scale or mass production. Also, cost reduction is related to the last point, which is use of technology. Technology can reduce cost because technology actually can replace a lot of people.
Yes.
New products and services. For example, some pharmacies start to sell vet products.
Yes.
So this is new products. New customers, you have to have a relative advantage. For example, consultation, new services, in order to attract new customers. And
Yes.
finally, the use of technology.
Yes, we have a video here for the usage of technology. This is the first video, please. Now many pharmacies are adopting a new technology.
معلش استاذنك بس الناس اللي بره عاملين دوشه، احنا محتاجين نركز شويه. Dr. Rafat, this was an example for an automated dispensing of medicines. You can see the robot can identify, if you give him an instruction, he could identify and get the medicine written in the prescription, dispense it. Only the pharmacist have to receive the medicine. This will reduce the cost of labor, for example. This will increase the accuracy of dispensing and increase the pace of dispensing the medicine, which gives more value for the service itself. So this is what we are going to. Everything will be automated. Everything will be working in this way.
I have also a comment related to the use of technology
they know the importance of the digitalization, especially during the crisis of COVID-19.
Yes.
Because actually we suffered from the exposure of the medical team to the patient. So
Yes.
if we are adopted the technology of the robots, we can administer or deliver the medicine to patients without a contact between the a doctor or pharmacist and the patient. So we can use robots or the artificial intelligence in order to avoid the infection
Yes.
itself.
I think there is an example for a pharmacy like this in Saudi Arabia, and it's working now in one of the major hospitals, dispensing the medicine like this, not only in European countries or USA, also in the Middle East we have the same example, and it's working well with the patient. If we go again for the presentation, we will find a new interesting part. So to reduce our cost and increase our profitability, we have to reduce cost, introduce new product and service, find
Reach
new customers,
yes.
and use the technology as visible as you can.
Remy, I want to mention the importance of using technology. Technology can reduce cost, and technology leads to differentiation.
Yes.
Yes, you are using technology, the other pharmacy is not using technology. So you can consider technology as a way of differentiation.
Yes. In some countries, you can bring only new customers through this technology. Some people would like to come and see and look at this new technology, then they become your customers by time. After that, we have to go to the other part. Next slide, please. Next. What are the opportunities inside your pharmacy to increase the opportunities for sales and increasing profit? Please ensure the availability of medicine, not to lose a prescription from your customer. Improve the dispensing way of the medicines in the pharmacy, so the people find it easy to give you the prescription and directly get their medicine without too much time. Increase diagnosis to patient. Give the patient the awareness about some chronic disease, so to reduce the risk for the patient and increase their compliance. Ensure your integrity with the chain and suppliers for your medicines.
Okay.
This is very crucial part, to take care of the chains and to have an integrated relationship for the suppliers for medicine. The second part, Dr. Rafat, will be the pharmacy operations.
Yes.
Okay. What are the key elements for pharmacy operations?
We have 4 elements here. We have the inventory, we have the staff, we have pricing.
And merchandising.
And merchandising. I think we discussed part of the merchandising last time, which is visual merchandising. Today we will discuss in details the pricing and how to use innovative pricing techniques in order to attract the patient, because usually we use what is known as psychological pricing in order to convince the patient to use our products, especially the cosmetics, because actually in many countries usually the price for the medicine is mandatory. So we'll discuss these 4 factors. The staff here, we have to, I think we mentioned this last time, how to teach your team to do the cross-selling and upselling in order to maximize the revenue of your pharmacy. Also, the staff should know how to deal with customer, how to communicate in a professional way, how to know the needs of the customers in order to satisfy them.
Yes. If we go through the operational part, the inventory. Inventory is the most part that make headache for the pharmacist. What I have in my inventory, what I have to replenish in my inventory, would I miss part of my prescriptions because I don't have this drug in my inventory? This is a big headache for any pharmacist.
And it's a source for either maximizing the profit or reducing the profit.
Yes.
So you have to know how to apply the different techniques in your inventory management.
Yes, and if you agree with me, the first part of any business is the availability of the product itself. The product should be available so the customer can be retained.
Can reach your product.
Yes, can reach your product, and you can retain him, because he always says that he will find his needs at your pharmacy or at your place. The inventory management is the important part to ensure the drugs are available when needed by their customers.
But when needed, because actually overstock is not a right strategy, and actually you have two main strategies and two main concepts: make to order and make to stock.
Yes.
Make to order, it means zero inventory, and I think we will discuss it right time,
Yes.
which is just in time.
Just in time.
Make to stock, I have to make a stock. And actually you have to make a stock, but in a reasonable way in order not to lose money.
Yes. If we put another definition for inventory, it will be the cost. The cost of inventory is the biggest part of the inventory at the pharmacy. The inventory carrying many cost items. First, carrying cost, holding the inventory in your pharmacy. The second part is the ordering cost. When I have to replenish my inventory, it costs me a telephone call, a car, and many things that put extra cost in my cost. Shortage cost, if I lost, or a temporary or permanent loss of an opportunity, this will be cost. We will now discuss many points on how to not to lose an opportunity and how to increase the efficiency of inventory present at your pharmacy.
It's a paradoxum between reducing the inventory and not losing a customer. So if you are able to make this paradox, you will gain a lot of money.
Yes. This is a basic knowledge when to make an inventory replenishment or to replenish your inventory. There is a continuous system. You continuously make order of what out of stock at your pharmacy. The second is periodic. You are accustomed to make an orders on some days, on one days, so you put it on time zone, not on availability or not. So you have to do continuous system, fixed quantity or fixed order per quantity, or periodic time. How to determine the inventory items importance? We have a lot of medicines on shelf. In order to identify their importance for us or the need of the customer, we have to put a system for that. There is a well-known method called APC model or classification system for a pharmacy to identify the importance of his stock or her stock. Okay. This strategy or APC model, Dr. Rafat will classify the products according to the percentage of units sold from that medicine in a certain interval of time and the revenue or the dollars I gained from selling these products. So I will put my products in categories A and B and C. The first one yield me too much money, but I sell few items of it. The second, or B, that I sell intermediate number of units and I gain or earn intermediate number of dollars. The third part is that I sell many items of it and I gain few dollars from it. This, how we can make this classification, we will go through the presentation and know how to make this classification. يبقى category A is products of high value, inventory items. Category B is moderate value, inventory items. And category C is low value, inventory items. Low value that I earn a little from it.
This is what is known as data mining. We have to know how to classify the products into the three categories, and you have to focus on the category E, which is the main source for revenue for your company or for your pharmacy.
Let's give our pharmacist an example. If we have 10 products, okay, the unit cost of each product is written beside it. The annual usage of each product or the interval usage of each product is written beside it. You will have now product 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10, the unit cost of each, the annual usage of each. Okay, Dr. Rafat, if we multiply the value of each product, okay, by the units sold in that interval of time, we'll find the total value for this product. I sell, if we go to number 9, the previous slide, number 9, we sold, annual usage was 60 packs and the unit cost for each one was 510. If we multiply this value, we will get the number written above. Let's get the percentage. The previous slide, please. If we get the percentage of this value from the total value, we'll find a percentage for each product from the total value I earned the whole year. If I get a percentage of the total quantities I sold this year, I will find each has a percentage from the previous sales. If we put the cumulative dispensed drugs in this row, we'll find that the percentage of quantity was 6. 6 plus 5 equal 11 from the second product. 11 plus 4 from the third product is 15 until we reached 100% of the whole products. The next slide will show us how to categorize this product. We will find the products was defined in 3 categories, Dr. Rafat, A and B and C. A class products are product of high value, but it takes a small
limited units.
Yes, limited.
But profit per unit is very high.
Yes.
So we have to focus on this category.
Yes. If you find, we will find in the next slide. Yes, product A, the items 9 and 8 and 2 falls in category A, which contributes 71% from the total value I have earned, and only 15% from the total quantity of inventory or the sold items. Class B, items included in it 1 and 4 and 3, and it contributes 16.5% from the total value I have sold and only 25% from the total quantity. While category C, the largest one, have a small contribution in the value and the largest on the quantity. What we can use, how we can use the ABC classification model, Dr. Rafat, in identifying our inventory. You will find in the next slide that 20% of the products gets you 80% of the revenue, while 80% of the products get you the 20% of the revenue. This is how we can identify the importance of every and each part or every and each unit in our inventory by classifying them into 3 categories. This is called what we call it in the business, Dr.
Pareto
Rafat.
ratio.
Yes.
It's called Pareto ratio, and how you have to know how to use efficiency models in order to maximize your sales. Pareto is an Italian economist. Actually has a rule of 80-20. You have to know it by heart, and you can apply it at anything. The origin of this ratio is that Pareto found that 80% of wealth in Italy is owned by 20% of families. And when he tried to apply this concept, it found that can be applied for anything. I have a pharmacy. 80% of revenue is coming from 20% of products. 80% of revenue is coming from 20% of the salespeople, yes, or the team in the pharmacy. 80% of revenue is coming from 20% of customers. 80% of revenue is coming from 20% of the marketing expenses. Yes. And this is the role of the pharmacist itself to identify which 20% that is leading to 80%.
Yes, if I identified my 20% who gets the 80% of my revenue, I have to make sure that I have them in my inventory. I have to maximize selling them to find new customers for them and to generate new prescriptions or get new prescriptions from specialized doctors in that segment of medicines. I have to categorize the other 2 categories in a lower weight. I have to, for the C class, for example, I have to use the just-in-time delivery.
Yes, strategy, yes.
Yes, this is strategy. So I can reduce my cost and increase my revenue.
Without losing sales.
Yes.
We have to make this paradox, yes, our balance, yes.
Yes, this is why we categorize the products into 3 classes. So again, let me wrap up quickly. We are now in the operational part of the pharmacy and in how to increase your pharmacy revenue. One of the main headache or items in the pharmacy is the inventory. In order to maximize the use of your inventory and get the maximum from it, you have to categorize the inventory and know where is your potential for growth or potential for revenue, identify your products. Then we will go through other parts related to the operations and inventory management. through the presentation, please.
Okay, this session is a little bit
It's
more hard than the last one. Marketing is
Yes.
very nice. Operation and finance a little bit is not familiar to the pharmacist. But
Yes.
actually, once they are working in business, they have to know the basics of management and operation.
Okay. This is Pareto principle. So please invest your time and money and your effort on the 20% of products that generate 80% of the revenue.
Business, yes.
Also, this can be applied for the customers, by the way, and for everything in life.
I think we have a slide in this presentation discussing the CRM, customer relationship management.
Yes.
So I have all the names of our customers on this system. You have to search among these names about the 20% of customers who
Yes.
is generating 80% of your business.
Yes, you will find them mainly chronic patient, by the way.
Yes, chronic patients, yes.
Yes, beside the females who are using cosmetics too much. Yes, this will be the other part. This is the same what we have said. We come to an important part called the economic order quantity, Dr. Rafat. Can you please help us in defining this part?
Okay. Demand is known with the certainty and is constant over time. Demand is the main issue that we are seeking for with customers. But I have to define what is demand, because actually some people usually they do not know the actual meaning of demand. Demand,
Yes.
it means a desire or a need associated with purchasing power.
Yes.
And usually in business we are searching for demand.
Yes.
No shortage are allowed, especially in some cultures like in Egypt. If I have 4 medicines in the prescription, if I did not find one of them, I'm going to
Switch.
to leave all the other available medicines, because I'm sure that I need to have all of them in one from one pharmacy. Lead time for the receipt of orders is constant. The order quantity is received all at once.
Yes.
So we have to make sure that the medicine or the different medicine are available, but in different quantities, because actually I need to reduce the inventory to make a high profit, especially if I have a deal with some of the distributors who
Yes.
can give me the medicine in short time, especially also if I have deals with sister pharmacies.
Yes.
From them I can also make availability of some products.
Yes, for you as a pharmacist, you have to define your inventory, then make the economic order quantity model. How to apply this? You have to study the quantities that you dispense, okay, for the customers, and the time you take to spend or to dispense all this medicine. You will find this, there is a point called a reorder point. The reorder point where this quantity, this is called the safety stock, in which you will not fail into or fall into the shortage of the products. It is the point in which you have to place an order for your distributor or the company you are dealing with, until which the order you receive in your inventory. This you have to define the reorder point through the quantity. You will find here that the reorder point is a quantity of product, the safety stock, you can put in your pharmacy in order to replenish your quantities until the receipt of the order. This is the reorder point and the economic order quantity. So if we define the quantities that we spend, the time or the lead time the distributor needs to replenish my quantities, so I have to put this time in which I place an order and receive an order. So there will not be any shortage of the product, and you can always satisfy your customer. So the inventory, the big headache again.
Yes.
Yes.
And they have to know the basics of the inventory. We are trying in this session to give our attendees some basics about the inventory. Yes. And how to manage it, because actually if you remember what happened with Toyota actually I think this 20 to 30 years ago they have a lot of losses. Yes. What happened when they started to apply the just-in-time technique or the zero inventory? They started to maximize the profit again.
Yes. This is an important part that we will come to, is just-in-time inventory. Dr. Rafat, please.
It's zero inventory, just in time. It's make to order. When I receive the order, I'm going to ask or receive the medicine from the distributor. So
Yes.
I have no inventory. This will maximize my profit, but actually you have to know how to do it, because
Yes.
theoretically it's an easy process, but
Yes.
practically it's a little bit so different. And the role of digitalization and the digital tools right now is to help attendees, our customers or pharmacists to do the zero inventory without losing business or
Yes.
losing sales.
Does it depend on how you will communicate well and you have good relation with the suppliers for the goods and services around
Communication and technology. You have to
Yes.
have good relation with suppliers, and on the other side you are using technology in order to reduce the lead time of receiving the medicine. If you can do both strategies in the right way, you can keep zero inventory. It does not mean zero as zero, but few amount or few numbers, especially with the products of the 80%,
Yes.
the 80% of products which are generating 20% of the business. So you can keep this
20%?
yes, with little inventory, but the 20% of products which is generating 80% of business, you have to keep a high
Yes, I have
inventory.
to make sure that they are in my inventory. I think Toyota, the shares of the cars and the accessories related to the cars are not in their inventory. They just order it on time and they get it through the manufacturing process. And they know the lead time between ordering and getting the product in your inventory, or so to enter directly into the production process.
And I think our attendees today, they are sure that the relation between the pharmacist and the patient will help the pharmacist to give the available products and tell the patient that I can order the missing item and I will deliver it to your home. So this good relation can also help the pharmacist to do that.
Yes, I see this also in orphan drugs, that patients are very few for using these products. So the pharmacist does not make an inventory for this product. They put it a list of these products, and he knows his customers, the chronic patient who take this orphan product. And before the day that he is asking for it, he asked for this product to be in his stock. So when the customer asks for it, he finds it in the inventory of the pharmacist. This I see it in Egypt for the many medicines, even orphan medicines or related to cancers and malignancies. These products are not put in the stock with huge number.
Especially with being very expensive medicine.
Yes.
So it will cost you a lot of money to keep it on shelf.
Yes, again, we don't have here in Egypt a specialty pharmacy. This is specialty pharmacy related to orphan medicines or even to different categories of diseases like malignancies. We don't have this kind of pharmacies. So for the pharmacist to keep it reducing their cost and keep the revenue high, they don't put these products in their stock, and they order it just in time when,
Yes.
when it is needed. If we go to the presentation.
It's called TPS, Toyota Production System. The other
Yes.
name of just-in-time is Toyota Production System, because this concept originated in Toyota few years ago.
Yes. The second part of inventory management, Dr. Rafat, can you discuss with us the computerized part, or I think this is the important part for the pharmacist to have today, to have a computer system that record and report everything and every transaction in the pharmacy. Can you give us a brief discussion about
Yes, this is called perpetual inventory system. And perpetual inventory system is related to the analysis of the products over different days of the month in order to make sure that we have the availability of this medicine during the time which is related to the presence of the patient for this medicine. And actually we have a very important two issues related to this system. Is you have to make sure that new medicines are available, because
Yes.
actually it can be an attractive point. Pharmacists
Yes.
are not acquiring this new medicine. And the second is related to the strategic products, especially for chronic patients. So I have to make sure that these two categories of medicines are available: new medicines, and second one is the strategic products, which is usually consumed in large amounts.
Yes. Again, this will not work unless you are working with the customers on the marketing arm. You increase your efficiency, the financial efficiency, through studying your cost and your profit and loss statement. And again, this will be reflected on how you manage your inventory, because you know your market, you know your customers, you know your capabilities
Yes.
money-wise, so you can reflect this on the inventory management techniques. This is an example of Notre Dame pharmacies,
Yes.
de la Notre pharmacy, sorry.
This pharmacy, actually, they succeeded in applying the basics of the inventory management. What happened? They saved a lot of money, actually, 275 US dollar, which helped the pharmacist, the owner, to start opening a new pharmacy. So this is a good example of how managing the inventory in the right way can save a lot of money for you.
Yes, this is a good example, by the way. So you have to study your inventory regularly, every day, every week, and every month, to know the gross potential, where it is, and to identify the needs of your customers, so you can save money and open a chain of
Yes,
pharmacies.
and we have also finally a very nice note. He started to open a new outlet without any bank loans.
Yes.
So maximizing profitability, reducing cost, applying efficiency models to your pharmacy can actually help you to avoid any sort of loans, and maximizing your business, opening new outlets with the revenue they
Yes.
maximized generated from your existing pharmacies.
Yes. The cash conversion cycle. This is the time elapsed between when you buy this product and when you receive or you sell all this product. But it is a time elapsed between the purchase of inventory items and collection of cash resulting from sales. How we increase the efficiency of the business through knowing our cash conversion cycle.
Late submission of your, how can I say it in a very simple way, your liabilities.
Yes.
And rapid receiving of your assets.
Yes.
So I'm receiving or I'm purchasing products from the supplier. My good negotiation skills can help me to postpone the submission or the payment
Yes.
of the medicine to the longest period. And the other side, how can I collect my money quickly from the customers? Usually the most important issue is when you are dealing with other companies. As a pharmacy, you are dealing with not the end user, which is the patient. No, I'm dealing with other
insurance companies,
entities, companies, and so you have to go to make a good deal in order to collect your money,
yes.
quickly, in order to maximize your profitability through reducing the cash conversion cycle.
Yes, and taking credit facilities in order. If you are credible enough for the suppliers, you can get credit facilities, so you can have the interest, you have your money in the bank and you have interest on it. This can be used in the investment on further growth of your pharmacy. So if we wrap up the last parts again, study your financial position well. Study your inventory, categorize your inventory into profitable categories according to their profitability. Know that when to reorder the product in order not to fall into the shortage period. Again, study well your conversion cycle of money, our cash conversion cycle. Then we will discuss the pricing techniques. And before discussing the pricing techniques, Dr. Rafat, can we have 5 minutes break?
Okay, yes.
Okay, so let's go for a break for 5 minutes and we will be back with the pricing techniques to increase your pharmacy revenue. Welcome back to our second session of International Pharmacist webinar, How to Maximize Your Pharmacy Revenue. Welcome back, Dr. Rafat.
Welcome, Reem.
We have stopped at the pricing part for how to price your products in order to increase your revenue and to maximize your inventory efficiency. Some people at the break asked us for the video related to Toyota just-in-time strategy, and we prepared a video, small video related to this issue. We can show you the video now.
The Toyota production system is widely studied by business schools and manufacturing plants. But what exactly is the Toyota production system, and how do customers benefit? When manufacturing using the Toyota production system, Toyota only builds what is ordered. This ensures overhead costs are in check, and it provides stable pricing for the customer. Equipment orders are slotted into the production schedule based on the production forecast and slot availability. This ensures a level workflow through the factory and is a process called Heijunka. Toyota holds many of its suppliers to the Heijunka process as well to maintain levelized material flow and just-in-time component delivery. On the assembly line, parts and components are delivered directly to the associates. Toyota forklifts, tow tractors, and AGVs are used to deliver parts to the line following the assembly sequence, which is dictated by the daily production schedule. The just-in-time principle is critical because it allows associates to receive the right parts the moment they're needed, in the exact location they're needed, for the specific forklift they're assembling at that time. Assembly associates focus on standardization and specialization, which allows them to work on many different lines and produce many different products.
The Toyota production system guarantees product quality by making each person in every process in our facility a quality inspector. So rather than having inspection at the final process to make sure the product is good and to our standards, we rely on each associate to be an inspector. So therefore we have 900 inspectors on the shop floor that are trying to make sure that that good quality is built into the product.
In order to continuously improve the production quality and safety in the supply chain, regular meetings are held on the shop floor, and the TPS culture requires a consistent presence of managers and other leaders in and around the assembly lines. To take consistent quality a step further, associates perform quality checks on every component they touch before sending their work down the line. They mark each component using a colored marker, and if you look closely at any Toyota forklift, you'll see multiple marker dots on internal components. This indicates the component has passed through various quality checkpoints before reaching the customer. When the forklift is completely assembled, it goes through a final inspection. 100% of Toyota products are tested and inspected in order to guarantee the highest level of quality for Toyota forklift customers. Should a customer have an issue with a Toyota forklift, the local dealer addresses the problem immediately with the customer to ensure the forklift is up and running as quickly as possible. Then, the dealer files a warranty claim with the factory. The warranty claim process includes a thorough inspection of every faulty part after it has been sent back to the factory for analysis. If the defect is confirmed after the part has been analyzed, countermeasures are put in place at Toyota to ensure the same defect doesn't happen in the future. After a countermeasure has been developed, it becomes standard in order to reduce future warranty claims. Thanks to this process and the Toyota production system, Toyota customers can be confident they'll always receive a quality forklift. The Toyota production system results in a decrease or total elimination of waste, unnecessary components, and pollution. For Toyota customers, the Toyota production system means shorter lead times, cost savings, and the highest quality material handling equipment in the industry. To learn more about the Toyota production system and how it can help you be more productive, visit toyotaforklift.com or contact your local Toyota forklift.
This is the video for Toyota, how they increased the inventory efficiency by eliminating the component they do not need now, but they can replenish it at the time of production. This was a very nice part, Dr. Rafat. I have enjoyed the video, thank you.
Yes.
Can you remind us about the 4 P's for the product or the 7 P's for the surface?
Today, right now we are going to discuss the pricing. In order to know where is the pricing in the marketing mix, we have 7 P's. I think we discussed it last time, but we have to remind you with them because actually marketing mix or the 7 P's is one of the most important items in marketing. We have product, which is either the medicine or the cosmetology. Actually, we have pricing, and we'll discuss it in details right now. The third item is place or distribution, how to deliver your product, either offline or online. And actually have 3 types of distribution. We have bricks and mortar, which is offline only. We have bricks and clicks, which is online and offline. And we have clicks only, which is online. Regarding the medicine, we can use either the first or the second strategy. Bricks and mortar, which is offline only. Bricks and clicks, which is online and offline. And after what happened with the corona or COVID-19, we have to focus on the bricks and clicks, because actually digitalization is important, especially in crisis. The fourth P, which is the promotion. Promotion includes a lot of tactics, and I think we mentioned very important strategy in marketing last time, which is 360 campaign. 360 campaign is the integration between the offline and online tools. We have to integrate TV, radio, outdoors, emails, SMSs with the online, which is social media and YouTube, website, and so on. The 4 P's are mostly important for products, but actually we have 3 marketing mix. We have people, we have process, and physical evidence. I think you mentioned today the staff.
Yes.
The staff here is the people.
part.
You have to teach them how to do cross-selling, upselling. You have to teach them how to identify the needs of the customers and how to know if the customer is satisfied or not.
Yes.
And I think we mentioned last time a very important test or survey. It's called NPS, which is Net Promoter Score. It's a technique or a survey that is needed to measure the customer satisfaction.
Yes.
We have also two last points in the 7 Ps. We have process and we have physical evidence. Process, it means the different steps in which the customer should go in order to receive the medicine. The process for the patient to be satisfactory, it has to be CAS. CAS, it means keep it simple and straight.
Yes.
Finally, the physical evidence, I think you mentioned it this session, how to make any tangible issue within the pharmacy in a proper way in order to communicate a very positive image, like the uniform of the staff,
yes.
the cleanliness of the pharmacy, any printed materials the customer will receive, even the medicine bag, it has to be clean, it has to be informative,
Yes.
it has to be of good quality. We need to integrate the 7 Ps in order to reach a status of synergy. Synergy, it means 1 + 1 = 3. So this is the 7 Ps, which is the marketing mix. Now we will start focusing
On the
on
pricing. Yes.
I think we need to go to the
The
presentation, please.
There are many pricing techniques. We can discuss them. The odd-even technique, the captive technique, loss leader technique, and the popcorn technique. If we start with the loss leader, how to loss leader, Dr. Rafat?
Okay. I want to mention something. This is not the all methods of pricing.
Yes.
But these pricing methodologies, a little bit is going to affect the psychology of the patient.
Yes.
Because the other techniques that not mentioned here, we have skimming,
Yes.
we have penetration, we have cost plus. Skimming, penetration, and cost plus are the most important techniques for pricing. Skimming, it means, let's discuss these 3 techniques and then we will go to the
Yes.
psychological methods.
Yes.
Skimming, it means selling a new product with a very high price. And skimming has a very important advantage. The advantage of skimming is that when you price your product high, it means that this product is of high quality.
Yes, it's
This
a
is,
premium product.
yes, it's a sort of assumption.
Yes.
Customers usually, patients usually assume that the expensive products will be of high quality.
Yes.
So never to price a high quality product with a low price, because
Yes.
it will affect the image of the product.
Yes.
Skimming actually appeals very well for some customers who are known as innovators.
Yes.
Innovators are customers who has a very high financial status.
Yes.
They are proud of themselves. They want to differentiate themselves among different customers. So
Yes.
they are seeking expensive products. On the other side, we have penetration strategy.
Can I add certain point?
Go
We have
ahead.
a classic example for the skimming pricing for the mobile phones at their introduction, early introduction. They were very high priced, and even the lines were very high for, and expensive to buy them. By time they become
Very
cheaper,
cheap,
yes,
yes.
cheaper for all of us. This is for new introduction of a new innovation, or even for a premium product for a certain class or people, certain class of people, A class or B class.
But actually, it's very dangerous in technology, because technology usually is dynamic.
Evolving.
So you have to get the best
Yes.
from your customers, because you are not aware what will happen tomorrow. So I'm selling my product with a very high price. Then my R&D team or the research and development team is working to produce more innovative products.
Yes.
The last method, I think most of you believes well in cost plus pricing. Cost plus pricing is a good way of pricing products, But the drawback of cost plus pricing is that you cannot apply cost plus pricing to innovative products. I cannot
Yes.
sell iPhone with cost plus. I have to sell the iPhone with skimming products.
Yes. Again, we have regarding this part here in pharmaceutical, we always put a certain markup. This is the pricing strategy of many of the Ministry of Health that we deal with. This type of pricing where there is a certain markup put on the cost of the product. So this is fits always for the pharmacy, for the pharmaceutical companies and for the pharmacies.
And also I have to mention also the penetration strategy. Penetration, it's the opposite of skimming, selling a new product with a very low price. When to use penetration strategy and cost plus can be applied with generics. You can sell generics if the system in your country is not mandatory. Also, you can do that with cosmetic products. But if your product is an innovative product, you have to use the skimming strategy.
Yes.
This is the main pricing methodologies.
Yes, if we go to the presentation, we will find this part of pricing is called the psychological
Yes.
pricing, or we can say that fits the retail service itself,
Yes.
the retail pricing. The loss leader, the first one.
Loss leader, it means I'm going to sell some products with low price, and actually I'm losing with these products. But these products can be used as an attractive tool to get patients inside my pharmacy. On the other side, I'm going to price other products with a very higher price,
Yes.
with prices higher than other outlets. I think this applied to what happened with COVID-19.
Yes.
Some attractive elements like alcohol, antiseptics, face mask will be sold with low price in order to attract patients to my pharmacy. This is called loss leader prices. But you have to make sure that customers are not going to manipulate you, because in some cases customers will come to sell the cheap products and leave other
Yes.
products. Some pharmacists usually they make a sort of a
Combine, yes.
bundle between these products and the other products. This technique is called loss leader pricing.
Yes. The second one is the captive pricing.
It's a fantastic technique.
Yes.
It affects the psychology of patients.
Yes.
What is captive? Captive is coming from the word capture.
Yes.
Capture, it means attracting. So captive pricing, I have two products that should be used simultaneously.
Yes.
A film and a camera, a printer and a cartridge. If you are going to apply this technique to the pharmacy, usually we have a device for measuring blood pressure, blood glucose, and we have straps. I'm going to sell the device with very low price, while I'm gaining most of my profit from the straps.
Yes.
Usually the companies, they set a free straps with the device. Why? In order to prevent the patient from asking for the price of the straps.
Yes.
He will be surprised next time when he's coming when he's going to buy the straps. He will find that the straps price will be very expensive.
Yes.
So this is the captive pricing.
Yes, they have to be done with a complementary product for a certain product.
Yes.
The complementary item is higher in price, or the gain for the pharmacist or the company from the complementary part, not from the main device or product itself. Then if we go to the odd-even pricing, the psychological pricing for retailing, what is the
odd-even? It means instead of writing $10 for a product, I'm going to write 9.99.
Yes.
This is the odd-even pricing, and you have to write the first 9 in a very big font and the 99 in a smaller font.
Yes.
It's called odd-even pricing, and usually use this in order to manipulate the customer psychologically.
Yes.
I'm communicating a message to customer or patient that we are still in the 9 level. We do not reach
The 10.
the 10.
This psychological pricing can affect the customer's subconscious and they can go and buy the product more or consume more of the products, or can buy certain cosmetics or certain displayed products in the pharmacy. They are not in deep need for it. Instead of only getting the medicine from the pharmacy, they can buy more than one item from cosmetics and even complementary products by this psychological pricing.
I think also it has another benefit of taxation.
Yes.
I don't know what about other countries, but in Egypt, 9.99, despite the patient is going to pay 10, but actually the taxes will be applied according to the level of 9.
Yes.
So this is a second advantage of using odd even pricing.
Yes, this is the second manipulation you can use.
Yes.
The second part with the popcorn pricing.
Yes. Its name is very attractive, especially for people who are not aware with the pricing methodology. Do you think what is the reason behind the selection of this name?
No, I don't know.
Popcorn pricing?
No.
Okay, it's related to selling popcorns in cinemas in US.
Yes.
Usually, and actually this is 20 or 30 years ago, usually the two different sizes was the smaller size and the largest size.
Yes.
The smaller one is priced with $2 US. The largest one is 6.5.
Yes.
They found that most of customers are going to buy the smallest one.
Yes.
They started to think about how to attract and how to move customers from the smallest size to the largest one. They thought how to do that through introducing the middle size, size in between. They created a size in between. The price of this size is 5.5, while the amount itself, it's almost 2/3 of the large one. So usually and psychologically, customers, when they started to choose, they will start with the middle price. So I'm going to buy the one with 5.5. Then before paying the money, they started to compare the size in between with the largest one. They found that the largest one is more economic than the size in between. So the size in between is a tool to attract and move customers to the largest one.
Yes.
This is called popcorn price. And we can apply this, for example, to perfumes, to shampoos, and so.
Even introducing a generic product and a branded product, we can show the customer, if he asking for a lower priced product, we can introduce 3 products of 3 different values. The 2 generics and 1 is the branded one with the high value, and he will choose the intermediate one. That psychologically he will get that will be more effective than the lower priced one.
Yes.
This can be used as a technique for making people choose between 3 generic products or 1 branded product and 2 generics. Also, we have this example is applied to our lives, always applied to our life in many parts. If we discuss something outside the pharmacy, in the bags of the chips,
Can be applied to any product.
Yes, whenever they want to raise the price of a certain bag, they introduce an intermediate bag with a lot of air inside and little chips. Yes, then again, and the detergent, for example, they get the condensed detergent, for example, with fewer mLs and higher price. They say for the women it is condensed, it washes more number of washes, although they are only playing with the price to increase the price of the product and psychologically impact the customer to accept this change in the price.
But my advice, Reem, for our attendees is not to manipulate customers, because customer manipulation will affect customer satisfaction to a great extent. This is a good technique, but actually it does affect the customer satisfaction.
Yes.
Especially with reducing the amount in order not to raise the price. But at the end of the day, I found very few amount of products within the pack itself.
Yes. Again, there is a psychological acceptance for the figures or numbers is very relevant. The customers can perceive the discount of $1 in a shirt. It is not of value, while in a bag of chips it's of high value. This is how they're relevant, the number
for innovative products, you should not apply any sort of discount.
Yes.
Because discount will affect the image of the product. For innovative products, instead of applying discounts, you can give a gift for the customer,
Yes.
not to reduce the price. And if you are not going to apply anything, once you are producing high quality products, you are strong.
Yes.
You are communicating that I'm not in need for making any discount because my product is the premium product. If you are not willing to pay more for it, so you should not buy this medicine.
Yes. We have many questions on our Zoom chat today. The first one, we have discussed certain part related to it, how to make the pharmacy setup, or how to implement my pharmacy setup. We said that the process and the place and the physical evidence is very important to affect your customer. Please use the spaces in a way that make the people comfortable where they enter the pharmacy. The light, the odor, and we have mentioned all of this the last
session. I think we discussed it in details.
Yes.
Especially also, we mentioned the way customers actually are walking inside the pharmacy. If it's a big pharmacy, walking in anti-clockwise way will increase the purchasing, and this is unexplained. So if you have a big pharmacy and if you want to maximize your revenue, try to design the entry and the exit in the way that the customer is moving inside the pharmacy in anti-clockwise way, not clockwise way. Try also to put some attractive odors at the entry of your pharmacy, like what we mentioned with the supermarkets when they put flowers and bakery at the start and the entry of the grocery in order to stimulate the olfactory nerve among the different customers.
Yes, keep it clean, spacious, the light is good, and keep it simple. If the customer will have a journey inside your pharmacy, put a point of sale for the premium products or products you like the customer to see and to explore it. So this is all the parts about the setup. Please see our previous session.
Yes,
you will find
especially the tactics
of
the visual merchandising.
Yes.
We mentioned it the last session in details.
Yes. Are offers applicable for pharmacies? Yes, offers are applicable for pharmacies. If you
maybe he's asking about the mandatory medicine. So this is according to the law and the regulation of each country.
Yes.
In Egypt, for example, offers are not accepted for medicines.
Yes.
I don't think this is applied to all countries, but actually has to check the local regulations and laws in order to avoid any penalty or legal action against them.
Okay. How to find the area of development in my employee?
You have to assess them. And if you are not able to do that, you have to bring a consultant or an HR agency to assess actually your employees. Also, you have another technique for assessment of the needs of our employees is to get a feedback from patients. Some patients will tell you that your team lack communication skills, your team lack blah, blah, blah. So I can gain the feedback of my customers. And also I have two eyes, so I have to observe, I have to evaluate. We have a lot of techniques. And last time I think we mentioned mystery shopping. Mystery shopping can be used as a tool to find the gaps and the needs for the development of your team. Usually when we apply mystery shopping, we apply it in different waves. Wave one is to identify the gaps, and then we will give our team a sort of training to fill these gaps. Then we will use mystery shopping again and again in order to make sure that the training has an effect in reducing the mistakes of our team. So we have a lot of tools for finding the training needs assessment or training needs of our customers, feedback from customers, of our team, feedback from our customers, assessment through professional entities, my observation, and finally the results. If the results of your pharmacy are not up to your expectations, so something wrong. So you have to start with evaluating your employees. This is a very good question, by the way.
Yes, it goes with the staff part from the operations. Another question, the right stock should cover how much time?
There no process is related to the analysis of the pattern of consumption in your pharmacy.
Yes.
In order to reach a balance or to make a compromise between lost order and high inventory.
Yes. Is the stocking is crisis
Stocking is
of products is crisis having
when it's not needed, it will
Yes.
be a crisis.
Yes, it is a ways to, we have discussed the cost associated with inventory. So you have to measure this. So if we go to the presentation.
Maybe Reem, the
Yes.
question has a different meaning.
Yes.
Maybe he means or she means stocking during crisis.
Oh, stocking during crisis.
Maybe
Yes.
it's a sort of contingency. Yes, this is right, but you have to have what is known as intuition, my gut feeling. So this can help me in predicting what is the expected products during the next time. Or I think no one can predict crisis.
Yes.
But actually, if you can do that, this is fantastic. And what happened during COVID-19 was actually a good example. But you should not refuse selling a product in order to sell it in a higher price, because this is unethical and it's against all conduct of or ethics or regulations.
Yes, I think the pharmacy retailing and the pharmaceutical companies was affected positively during the crisis.
COVID-19, yes.
Yes, not negatively. So to have a stock of certain products that are in need for the patient to save people and to give a high value service is a great purpose for this part. And to have the stock for people you are afraid that there will be a scarcity of certain products or something for chronic patients, you have to have stock from them to serve people well.
But you have to predict the future. You have
Yes.
through analyzing the existing data. It's not a matter of magic, but actually when you have a lot of data, you can predict the future.
Yes. If we go to the presentation, how to improve inventory management. Again, we have a small video regarding tips and tricks
for
to
inventory
how
management.
yes, for inventory management. Please show us the video. Okay, we are back again after the video. The video gives us some tips about how to manage your inventory effectively, which will improve your revenue, by the way. If we go to the presentation, we will find these parts mentioned in our presentation. I think the inventory takes a lot of time from us.
Yes, and maybe it's a new issue or new topic for most of our attendees,
Yes.
but they have to study it in a right way.
Okay, the first step, Dr. Rafat, for having an efficient management for inventory is to run daily and weekly and monthly reports from your medication tracking CRM or billing software. Can you give us an elaboration for this?
Yes, because this is the basic of what is known as data mining. In order to get benefit of data mining, you have to have a lot of data in a reports sorted in a special way. And we have three expressions related to data mining. We have classification, we have association, and we have forecasting.
Yes.
So in order to make sure that you are going in the right way, you have to run daily and weekly, monthly reports in order to analyze the pattern of purchasing.
Yes, you know your customers by knowing this pattern and the profitable products for your pharmacy. Sometimes you will fall in the seasonality of products, so you buy staying close to your data, you can identify the seasonal products. We are now coming to the cold winter in Egypt, so some products will be of high demand, especially cold and flu products and other products complementary for the cold and flu, cough products and other products. The second part will be get an accurate count.
It means you have to make sure that the stocks that are on your laptops are ideal, are the right one, especially with hidden products. We have some products in the refrigerator like insulin and so.
Yes.
So this is a hidden area. So you have to make sure that the stock here is the same like what is in your laptop.
Yes. Get an accurate count, please. Every now and then make a count for your products and take a look over your shelf, your refrigerator, and the places you are putting products in. Maximize the value of inventory system.
Yes, I think we discussed this in details.
Yes.
We have to apply the ratio of Pareto, and we have to focus on the 20% of products which are generating 80% of your business.
Yes. How to let the distributors carry the risk from us?
If I have a sort of technology which link me with the distributor and the lead time of delivering the medicine is a little bit very short, so my stock will be very minimized and most of the products will be with the supplier. So I'm keeping the risk on the supplier, not on me. And I'm saving a lot of money while I'm keeping very low stock for most of the products.
Yes. Tip number 5 for increasing the inventory efficiency is keep tabs on the introduction of new generics.
Yes, we mentioned this point today. One of the most attractive ways for patients is when asking for new medicines. So I have to make sure that I have the new products that are available in the market, while especially if other pharmacies do not have this medicine.
Yes, exclusivity for the products.
Yes, it will be exclusive. And maybe it's a way also to satisfy this customer who is seeking the medicine and actually he does not found it with the pharmacy he's dealing with continuously. So this can be a tool to attract this patient.
Yes. Shed excess inventory.
This is the just-in-time technique.
Yes. You have to shed the unneeded parts and keep it just in time to bring it to your pharmacy. Have a system for returning unsold products in time to get a refund.
This system, either a software or a sort of follow-up in order to make sure that the medicine actually does not reach the expiry date.
Yes.
So I have, if the medicine is up to be expired, the supplier is to future risk.
increased turnover in front end too.
In the front end too.
Yes.
Actually, we are talking here about some techniques like how to show the product in
Yes.
The hotspots in order to maximize the visibility of the product, which will let the customer to buy more from your medicine.
Yes, I think this is mainly applied for the OTC products.
Yes.
When we
Cosmetology also.
Yes, and cosmetic products. If we display only one bag from this product in front of the patient, he thinks that it is not of value, or it is the only one stocked in the inventory of the pharmacist. If we have a long a chain of it in front of the customer, he thinks that there is a demand on this product, so you can push as a pharmacist this product for the customer and sell more and more from it. We come to the last part, the CRM.
It's a very big issue, and the customers, our attendees today, have to think about the CRM, because most of them may be unaware of what is CRM. Usually you have two systems in any company. One of them is called ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, which is a software like Oracle, SAP, and Microsoft. The objective behind using the ERP is to link the internal units together: finance, HR, sales, marketing. Maybe in small pharmacies this is not applied. The other system is applied for any pharmacy, which is the CRM system. CRM, it's called Customer Relationship Management. It's a tool for tracking customer history, tool for tracking patient history, because I'm going to collect any transaction, any data regarding the customer on this system. Actually, when you are dealing with a bank, you will receive an SMS congratulation with your birthday. How this happen? Through the CRM system. You will receive a notification about new products, which is related to your demand. If you are asking about bank loans, most of the promotional message that you will receive will be related to this. You will receive nothing about, for example, certificates.
Yes.
Why? Because you are a heavy user for the loans. The same for the CRM in a pharmacy. I'm going to collect data about the name of the patient, the age, the disease he is suffering from, the medications he is usually asking for, the time usually he is coming to receive the medicine. And according to this, I can actually analyze the different demands. And actually, in order to apply the concept of the 80-20, I need the CRM system.
Yes.
Some pharmacies will say that it's expensive. I cannot buy this this software. Here we have two examples of softwares. If you are going to use this software in a small scale, it will be free. HubSpot and Zoho. This software can be applied for a pharmacy with no fees. If you are using this software on a small scale, Zoho and HubSpot will give you the opportunity to download this system on maximum 10 laptops. I need one or two. Mostly it contains most of the options, not all the options, because actually it's free. So I'm asking our attendees today to visit HubSpot software or website, the same for Zoho. You have to watch a demo for these products in order to understand the value and the benefits of using the CRM. And I'm sure that if they did that, they will go and actually apply for either HubSpot or Zoho.
Yes. I think this will be used for customer retention as well. In some pharmacies, they apply offers, as we have the question before. The offers in case of chronic patient, it will be a refund or a rebate, a voucher that with certain amount of money he can use it to buy another medicine as a chronic patient, or even to use it for to buy another cosmetic product or whatever inside the pharmacy.
Especially going to apply loyalty programs for some patients. And sometimes loyalty programs is or applied to long durations like 1 year.
Yes.
So in order to make sure that the patient actually bought the required quantities, so I have to use the CRM. You cannot apply or use two techniques in marketing without the CRM. The first is SMS or email campaigns.
Yes.
The second is the loyalty program. So in
Yes.
order to maximize the benefit of loyalty programs and SMS and emails, you have to use the CRM system.
Yes, this is very important to track every transaction done inside the pharmacy. Today, I think we have done with the financial part and the operational part of pharmacy in order to integrate them with the marketing part to increase the pharmacy revenue. Dr. Rafat, at the end of our session, I would like to thank you for all the data and for all the information we got.
I think your contribution was very beneficial for the meetings, and your added value actually will be very beneficial for the attendees.
Thank you, all of you, for the certificate of attendance with the 6-hour CME accredited content. Please contact us through WhatsApp or in the Zoom messages, and you will receive the certificate very soon. Thank you from Epico. Please follow our Facebook page to know the news about the continuous professional development programs. We are going to adopt the next sessions for pharmacists and for doctor. Join our Facebook page and follow us, please, to get the maximum benefit from the content we are introducing for you. Thank you for all of our audience. Thank you, Dr. Rafat.
And finally, I want also to thank your company, Epico, for this corporate social responsibility of developing customers, because this is the role and the responsibility of different companies to develop and to educate customers in order to enrich the industry with new technologies and with new standards.
Yes, this is part of our mission, to have a good relationship and to serve our community and other communities we are performing in. Thank you, everyone. See you soon in the next session, and we will have an ad for this through our Facebook page and on WhatsApp connections. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.